What's good? What's good? Good morning. Somebody left a very nice comment on my video yesterday. And so that's what's good. I'm very thankful for that. Thank you for your comment and, just keep pushing. It's nice to know that I'm not alone. And it's nice to know that me sharing is helping other people. It's really a good feeling, actually. But what is less than a good feeling is being absolutely exhausted all the time because I have sleep apnea. And last week I had an episode that was simultaneously very scary and hilarious. I had taken my ZMA and my GABA at night. So that's a really good nighttime stack for your health. This is not advice. It's something you should look into though. ZMA and GABA for sleep. Oh man, that's a great combo. It helps me fall asleep faster, stay asleep. Sometimes I'll not wake up twice to pee when I take that stuff. And then also dreams. I get like the dreams, and there's a mood boosting benefit potentially to GABA, GABA. Check it out. Anyways, so I took that stack together for the first time in a long time, and I did. I fell asleep on my back. It was just nice until I started choking. And I didn't know I was choking initially, right? Because you don't know, you just kind of wake up and you wake up and toss and turn and everything. But my brain sent me this image. It was so fascinating. And because I don't know if it was the dream mechanism of my brain or if it was my conscious or subconscious visual processor. I don't know what it was, which mechanism it was, but my brain communicated with me, and it shot a vision of my head of a profile face. So when I say profile, I just mean like turned to the side, right? With the mouth open and steak going in. I'd eaten steak earlier that day, but the steak was caught in the throat. And it was so fascinating because I had that profile view, and so I could see the steak travel and I could see it in the throat. And then my brain, like little meh, 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 in this visualization said, you should pull this out. You should take out this steak, you fucking idiot. You're choking yourself. And it was interesting to think that my brain thought I was choking myself via steak, because I wasn't. It was just sleep apnea. And so there's like a part of my brain that doesn't process that I've got this sleep apnea. But I did finally wake up, and like, it's scary sometimes when you wake up and you just, it's scary. And so that sort of triggered within me, like, hey, you need to push the pedal a little harder on getting the, progressing in my addressing of the sleep apnea. So the next step is a 3D image scan of like my neck and my jaw and all of this, because the dentist who wants to add the space, so that's the step after the scan, is we're going to actually start adding space to my upper palate, which is essentially like Invisalign type of treatment to just, push the teeth out. So the next step, $1,700. It's actually $1,615 if I pay cash. So cash discount. That's how much the 3D scan costs. And I scheduled it. I finally just scheduled it. It is for 2 weeks from today. And I need to make $1,615. This is net. I need to net make because I need to have that cash available. So if I do deliveries or, all the food I buy and everything, that has to account for that. Can I make that money in 2 weeks? That's my goal. I currently have, and no shame in admitting this, I have $300 in my bank account, and I have actually about $2,000 in crypto, but I don't want to touch the crypto. I just want to leave the crypto. That's kind of like my savings account. So I don't want to touch the crypto, and I can't use a credit card, even though I do have the credit, because I don't get the discount. Then I have to pay more, and I don't want to put it on a credit card. So that's my goal for the next 2 weeks. The appointment's literally 2 weeks from today, is to just hustle my ass off to see if I can net $1,615 to get this scan, because I'm tired of being exhausted all the time. I'm tired of just my health not being it's never going to be perfect, and I acknowledge that, but it could be a lot better, and it should be a lot better. And this battle that we're in, this battle for Spaceship Earth, it's going to be a long one. I might live to be 90, into my 90s. I might die tomorrow, but like that intuition within me that sometimes tells me, like, you know, I have this source of knowledge that I cannot take credit for, and it's a pain in the butt. But anyways, let's get back on track. So I'm going to talk to the general contractor I work with. I'm going to ask him, you know, how much money he can front me in terms of, you know, yeah, just that's it. How much money can you front me, like, by next Friday? So not this Friday, but the following Friday. Ask him to give me as many hours as he can, and then also to front me any money. So if I can get $1,500 from him next Friday, that would mean he'd probably like loan me $500. And it's not a loan, because it's just like, you know, I'll work the following week and just not get paid, right? And that's fine. So everything balances out. So that's kind of like how I'm hoping to get about $1,500, which just means I need to net another 115 minus groceries. Yeah, groceries and weed, my two biggest expenses in life. I do have my auto payment, but that's not, like, it's not due anytime soon. Insurance isn't due anytime soon. My cell phone bill is due in that before that appointment, so I'll have to get that. That's $55 there. And then it's just deliveries, because I won't start at Home Depot for probably a week or two. They got to do background check and then all the onboarding, all that stuff. So it'll be a lot of deliveries this weekend and next weekend. But I'll have to be smart and strategic because of the gas. Okay, I can do this. It's not that big of a chunk of money. It's honestly, the more difficult part is the grocery thing, because that's where my budget gets away from me sometimes. Fucking groceries. It's the worst feeling to be in the grocery store and to feel guilty about spending money. It's the worst feeling. I should feel more guilty about spending money on weed, but weed is just like, I didn't start smoking weed until I was like about 27, 28, a little bit before I left Boeing. I genuinely thought it was bad. I was an idiot. I acknowledge that. I've grown. And for some people it is. Some people can't handle their weed, just like some people can't handle their alcohol. I don't particularly like alcohol. I like alcohol. Like, I like getting a very slight buzz once every few months. And it's usually 2 apple ciders. That's all it takes. And I'm good. And I like that. But other than that, I don't like getting sloppy drunk, etc., blah, blah, blah. But weed and groceries, the 2 things I spend most of my budget on. My van payment's only $310. My insurance is $140. I hate that. So between my van and insurance, that's $450, which is a lot. It's more than I'd want it to be. But that doesn't matter. Anyways, if you would like to help, I do have merchandise you can buy. Check the description. You'll see the link. No division. Not everything's a psyop, but most things are. And I've almost got it done. And this is totally not like a merch with a message shirt. This is just a fun shirt idea I had. It's my Rugrats Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe shirt. There's a really cool shirt or song by the rap artist Kendrick Lamar. It's called Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. It's a great song. Go listen to it. I don't really endorse rap culture, but it's this frustrating situation where the music is good, but the lyrics are just questionable. Anyways, okay, let me wrap up the video. I've got a Rugrats shirt, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, that'll drop soon. But that one's actually going to be, I don't want to sell a lot of those because I just don't want to have to deal with copyright and trademark and blah, blah, blah. It's under the radar sort of thing. So I'm going to charge $100 for those ones, because if I just sell 10, I'm set, I'm gold, I'm happy. Anyways, you can also donate. I know that's a lot, like if you don't know me, whatever, but, or you can, what would be really cool, check the description. There'll be a link. If you don't have a Coinbase account, go open a Coinbase account, buy some crypto. We both get rewarded. That's a really cool way you could help me, because you're helping yourself too. Because once we mainstream crypto more, the price is going to skyrocket. And it's not going to be the defeat of fiat currency, but I think it's going to help in the dismantling of fiat currency. So crypto is definitely part of our future. I'll wrap the video up here. I just saw the boss man pull up. So have a good day. Thank you very much for everything. Much love.